Greetings and God bless. I was just thinking, I've been meaning to do a video about this. So, I'm a pedestrian. I never learned how to drive. So, I've walked in all the cities that I've lived. And a lot of time, homeless people or people spare changing, for some reason, there'll be families, conspicuous consumption, just they're wearing brand new shoes and clothes and they've got fancy hair and nails and they drove there, but for some reason homeless people will ask me for money. And I they may actually that homeless person might actually get more resources and stuff than I actually have. And um but anyway, so many times they'll ask and like they'll ask for money. Can you give me money? And so they're expecting me to pull out my purse, pull out my wallet, open up my wallet. So anybody can see and mug me, and I guess, a homeless person spare changing for their drugs or for their alcohol or whatever it is. They're not really thinking ahead. And I remember many years ago, like people were like somebody was saying, "Oh, it's so mean when people just walk by and don't be friendly to the homeless person." And speaking as somebody who's had to navigate aggressive homelessness and aggressive canvassers, people who are trying to get your signature, um, aggressive men, just people being creepy. Uh, it's really unfair for homeless people to expect exceptional customer service from vulnerable people who are walking around. And I wouldn't even just say homeless people are like this. I would say people who have, you know, like when I ride my bike, uh, there'll be somebody who's like riding their bike for the first time that year because it's a beautiful spring day or summer day or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, isn't this such a great day?" And I've seen this so many times where somebody's just like they're normally just driving everywhere and riding their bike that one time a year, twice a year. They think that they're being they think they're saving the planet. They think that they're being so charming. And they're assuming that I too, am just doing my once a year bicycling when the bike was, my main mode of transportation. And I'm having to deal with aggressive drivers and other actual aggressive bicyclists. Like people just make these assumptions that I'm on this gravy train and everything is handed to me on a silver platter, and don't I want to give great customer service and give away my money? I mean, I hope this makes sense, but so homeless people don't think that you have a right to other people's money and that other people should open up their wallets in the middle of the street to give you money. Like, it's just really annoying, and especially some of us are have a limited income, and in a couple dollars, a few dollars, that's a lot. That's my lunch meal, if I'm even gonna buy that. I mean, I'm like doing 55-cent ramen noodles, and I'm heating up some water for that. Sometimes breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it's just really frustrating, and it's frustrating too. Like when the homeless people gang up on the single person when there's whole groups of people. Oh, you just want the easy target. It's just and of course this is the worst of homeless people. Um, with this kind of selfish, aggressive uh, that's why they're homeless. That's why they're not with their family or their friends. Nobody wants to take care of them because they're jerks, or they're being pimped to spare change. But getting back to that thing of like some like this homeless person was like, I just want to be treated, like I want to be looked at when I'm spare changing. And let me tell you, it like as somebody who's just trying to get from one place to another and having to navigate aggressive homelessness, people aggressively bicycling, aggressively on their little scooters on the sidewalk when it's a icy sidewalk or a slushy sidewalk or there's a lot of rain and there's aggressive drivers. The rest of us, yes, homelessness, I'm sorry, it's a horrible life. Yes, yes, yes. But the rest of us who are walking are having a hard time too. Maybe we've got health issues. Maybe we've got chronic pain. Maybe we've got cognitive impairment. So it's not all about you, homeless person. And yes, I know it's a hard situation you're in, but other people are in horrible, hard situations too. And, I can pray for you guys, but I just don't think that people trying to have boundaries like be should be guilted. And that's I think it was like I don't know, maybe 10 or 20 years ago, like this homeless person was like, yeah, I just want to be, people should look at me, people should blah blah blah. And I mean, everybody should get basic human dignity, but um a lot of homeless people are not treating the people that they're demanding dignity from with dignity. It's a two-way street, uh, and I'm sure there's some situations where a homeless person is treated terribly. Heck, regular people are treated terribly. I'm treated terribly a lot of the times because I don't look rich, and I'm sure there's other people who do look rich and they would say they're treated terribly because of their skin color, or their ethnicity or their heritage or their job or something like that. So um, my point is that everybody's having some type of struggle, and I really don't uh, like being guilted for not providing customer service because that's what just is really annoying. Is like so many like everybody expects great customer service, um, and we're all just trying to get by, um, intact. And there's a lot. Everybody's like being attacked. Everybody has stresses going on, uh, and I think even the people who are homeless need to be aware of that. And the thing is, one thing about homelessness is that you don't have the same type of demands and fears that people who are housed have. The people who are housed are having to like they got to make rent, they got to pay their bills, and not so many. That is not so much with a homeless person. So homeless people, give the housed a break. They're not your servants. They don't really owe you. I mean, good Christian heart should try to do what they can, but um, it's not just a one-way street. It's not, homeless people. If you're a homeless person, you're not the only one who deserves human dignity and kindness. Like the person you're asking for money deserves dignity and kindness as well. And there's all sorts of different people who are homeless. There's nice people, polite people, the best people, brilliant people, and then there's absolute jerks and malignant narcissists and whatnot. So I know there's a whole spectrum of people, but I just wanted to point that out. It's been on my mind. So thanks for listening. God bless.